I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on Spotlight, we are featuring a sensational book, a book you won't want to put down. It is called Devotion, Obsession, and Deception, the story of Hara's life by Jaytilya Watkins. This gripping novel tells the harrowing tale of Hara, a college student entangled in a dangerous web of love, obsession, and peril as she confronts the dark actions of an obsessed classmate. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today on Spotlight, and we ask viewers like you to support writers like her by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing her wonderful work. The links are below this interview. Jaytilya, so good to see you here today.
It's good to see you too. I'm happy to be on your show.
Oh, happy to have you here. Wanted to put you on Spotlight today because your work is so sensational. You're a very prolific author, but let's focus first on devotion, obsession, and deception. Where did you come up with this very imaginative world that you've created?
Well, the book, the name itself describes the book. Devotion. Devotion describes Hara. Hara was a kid, who was brought up to, work for what she wanted. Her dad owned a law firm. He died, of course, but he left everything to her. And her mom always instilled in her that she got to make good grades. She got to, she got to do her best. She got to graduate. She got to go to college and become a lawyer so she can be over her daddy's law firm. So that right there was the devotion. The obsession was her classmate who ended up becoming her best friend, was his name Stephen Golden. He was the one who was obsessed with her, and he had his own mental issue that he was dealing with. He had, borderline personality disorder, and that's where the obsession come in at.
Yeah, it
And
seems
he
all very,
and
it seems very, very real, all of it. I mean, you see these kind of things happening on
yeah,
today's campus. And I
yeah.
guess you're going to get to your next point, which is deception. And that's when things truly get ugly, right?
Yes, his obsession because it caused him to become dark.
Hmm.
A dark person, and started plotting things to, plotting things because plotting things to try to get closer to Hera, because at that time she had got back in a relationship with her ex, uh Bishop, which he went to another college. She got back in a relationship with him, and then when Stephen found out about it, he wasn't too happy about it. So he started plotting things like within their relationship to mess that up so she can get closer to him.
Absolutely, absolutely. And your book deals with a lot of, tough issues like kidnapping, trauma, and
Yeah.
it even features a private investigator. Tell us about that.
Oh, Henry. Henry was like a small town a private investigator that her mom ended up hiring to help go find Harold.
Mhm.
Yeah, and he was very skilled and he had experience in it, and yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. And he
And
helps
that
he helps tell the story as well, I feel. He's an important character. Now,
yes.
what do you hope readers get from this book? What do you hope they take away from Hara's experiences and her journey?
I think women need to take a lot from it. I think they need to be very more aware of their surroundings, and they need to watch a lot of ID channel stuff for one, and they need to just be aware of their surroundings. Not saying that all men bad, but you have to watch men and women because
Exactly.
both can be deceitful. Because even in the story, that there was a girl that she was living with, her roommate, who didn't like her, who helped plot it to, deceive her and her. And that, women can be just as deceitful as men, especially when they see something they want and they want to get it. So you have to both be aware of when you go off to these colleges, you have to be aware of people around you, and you have to don't trust nobody.
Yeah.
Don't trust nobody.
Right. And it's also a dangerous age. At college, you have people who have the bodies and the souls of adults, but often they have the brain still of children. They're 18, 19 years old. So
Yeah.
it can be a dangerous territory as well. Do you get a lot of your inspiration out of real life crimes? You mentioned Discovery
Yes.
ID. Tell me
Yes.
about that.
Yes. I get a lot of my stuff out of real life crimes, and fear. That's why I don't have many friends, 'cause out of fear. And
Mhm.
I'm all and I'm paranoid myself. I've always been a loner because I find it hard to trust people, because a lot of times when I trust people, they show me the other side of them that
Yeah. Yeah.
they
A healthy
compare.
paranoia is good sometimes. It keeps you safe, like you mentioned. Now, you're a pretty prolific writer, as I mentioned in the beginning. How many books have you written in total?
Well, in total, I've written three, but
Hmm.
I have like one that's all the way written, but I haven't published it yet, and I have one I'm working on.
Okay. Sounds great. So what are some of the other titles? Tell us your other publications.
Well, my first book is The Misunderstood African American Female.
Mhm.
It's about a little girl named Jaytilya. She grew up in a house of domestic violence and drugs, and unbelievably, she grew up in a two-parent household. And so I try to point that out in that book, because I get tired of how America tries to gaslight. You know, all they be like is like, oh, if you have a man in the house, this won't happen, or if you have a man in the house, that won't happen.
Yeah.
That's a lie.
Yeah.
You know, if he's not guiding in the right direction, then he's toxic to the family.
Right.
You know, and he's toxic, and he's not. If he's not a man of God, and he's doing things like doing drugs
Hmm.
and alcohol and fight and fighting, fighting the mom when he gets drunk and all that, that's not healthy. And
Exactly.
I
It's
get
good to have a man in the house. It's good to have a father figure, but you have to have the right one that's
yes,
setting a good
yes,
example, that's providing a good
yes.
income, that is stable, that is providing security to the children, right?
And sometimes they can provide income and still don't be have a good mentality, because there are many men who work, right,
Exactly.
right, come home, on Friday night, go stay out, right, spend up all their money, and then come home and jump on their wives and beat her up. Nobody
Exactly.
wants to tell that story, though.
Exactly. Hey,
You can
Jaytilya,
be
before we leave today, I want to ask you, have you ever pictured devotion, obsession, and deception as a movie? And if
actually
so,
it's already a movie. I
really?
worked with Yes, I partnered with an Indian producer named Stephanie Green.
Hmm.
I worked with her to turn Devotion, Obsession, and Deception into a movie, but for short, the name of it is Devotion.
Gotcha.
Yes, it's already a movie, and right now I'm searching platforms to put it on.
Wonderful.
With it, they have so many requirements. Right now, I just have it on Right now, I just have it on a website,
Right.
a movie website called Uscreen.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Great. Well, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Now, you did it as an independent feature. It'd be nice if a big movie producer picked it up, right? If like
Yeah, that would be great. That would
yeah,
be great.
yeah, absolutely. Who would play Hera? What actress would you, if you could pick a top star, who would pick Hera? Who would play Hera?
It would have to be. I would want it to be somebody who's who's younger, because like what I'm seeing in Hollywood is like they pick the same faces.
I
They don't give
know.
the younger actors a chance. And so
Exactly.
the thing about me is like when I pick the characters, they might not be like well known characters, but they're young, and so that gives them a shot.
Exactly. Yep. I think an unknown actress in this role would be great. The logical leap would be to do somebody like Zoe Kravitz, but she's had enough time on screen. Let's give somebody else a try. Jaytilya, thank you so much for joining us today and talking about your wonderful book. The name of the book is Devotion, Obsession, and Deception. It is the story of a college student named Hara who becomes caught up in a big mess. Life lessons to be learned here for sure. Thanks so much, Jaytilya.
Thank you.
My pleasure. And to the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time. Until next time on Spotlight.